In Reptile, Jason Statham stars as Connor Ward, a former Black Ops tracker who has spent the last 5 years trying to live quietly off the grid. After a disastrous mission in Myanmar, one that ended with half his team dead and Ward barely escaping with his life, he swore he'd never again hunt anything that could hunt him back. But trouble never listens. When a series of gruesome attacks ravage a remote mining town in Nevada, federal authorities uncover evidence that the creature responsible is not an animal anyone knows. Tracks wider than a man's shoulders, venomous residue that burns through steel, and security footage showing something massive slithering through the shadows. The government calls it a hostile biological anomaly. Locals call it a monster. Ward calls it familiar. Against every instinct, Ward is pulled back into service by Dr. Lena Kessler, a brilliant evolutionary biologist who once worked beside him. She believes the creature is the product of an abandoned military experiment, one Ward unknowingly helped initiate years earlier. A classified program known as Project Reptile, designed to weaponize the regenerative DNA of prehistoric reptiles. The project was shut down, but something survived. Something that evolved. As Ward and Kessler arrive in Nevada, they find the town half evacuated, half terrified, and entirely surrounded by military quarantine. A single survivor, a miner, describes a creature with armored scales, vertical pupils, and an intelligence that seemed almost human. Before he dies of venom-induced organ collapse, he whispers, "It learns." Ward leads a small tactical team into the abandoned mine tunnels where the attacks began. Inside, the walls are clawed open, metal pipes twisted like vines, and heat signatures flicker in impossible directions. The deeper they go, the more the environment changes, like the creature has reshaped its surroundings into a nest. Then the attacks begin. The reptile moves with silent precision, striking from darkness with speed no human can track. It doesn't just kill, it studies. It adapts. Ward realizes too late that the creature remembers him, its instincts shaped partly by his own field behavior, embedded in the DNA algorithms used in Project Reptile's design. He helped create the perfect predator, and it's hunting its creator. The climax erupts in the heart of the mine, an underground geothermal chamber lit by molten rock. Ward faces the creature alone, surrounded by collapsing stone and rising heat. The reptile towers over him, armored like a living tank, eyes burning with predatory intent. But Ward uses its greatest strength, its learning, against it. He feigns weakness, drawing it into a vulnerable position before triggering the chamber's cooling system, flash freezing the molten rock and trapping the monster in a tomb of jagged obsidian. As silence returns, Ward stands over the frozen creature, scarred but victorious. But Kessler arrives with grim news. Data recovered from the facility shows that Reptile wasn't the only specimen. It was just the first to escape. Ward stares into the darkness of the tunnel behind them, listening, waiting. The echo that answers is not human.